Well, hello there, Benzinga Nation. How are you today? I'm glad that you could join us for some live trading and backtesting. I am your host, Christopher Ewell, and if you could do me a favor in the chat box, this has been a crazy week, as you know. I want to know two things. Type in the stock that you are so proud of. The one you're like, I can't believe I made all that money on it, right? The one that you're already bragging about to your friends. You already texted your family. You're like, I'm the next Warren Buffett. I want to know that one. And then I want to know the one that took your lunch money. I want to know the one where you were like, I traded that, but I'm not going to tell anybody about it. Let's talk about those stocks on today's live trading backtesting.
This is the How to Trade Stocks and Options podcast, brought to you by 10MinuteStockTrader.com, where we cover finance, stocks, options, entrepreneurship, education, and money. And here's your host, voted one of the top 100 people in finance, Christopher Ewell.
All right. As the intro said, my name is Christopher Ewell, and my website is 10MinuteStockTrader.com. You can probably see that. Thank you guys for letting me come on today. I would love to get into the stocks that are working and the ones that aren't working for you. We're going to start the show by going through what I'm seeing out there in the market. And then the second half of the show, really the last 3/4 of the show, is all about you. So blow up that chat as hard as you can and make sure to smash like. That lets Benzinga know that you enjoyed it. And by the way, I am doing this through COVID. All right. I just found out today my family's all got COVID, but I was like, I can't leave the Benzingers behind. So if you hear a little rasp in my throat or a little snot in my nose, I apologize. But I'm doing literally the best I can for you guys. I'm so glad to be here. All right, let's go to the market. It's been crazy, right? I just talked to somebody on the phone yesterday and they were like, I'm struggling in this market. Every time I turn around, it's one way or the other. And it has been, right? It's been in this choppy range since November 8th. And we're pushing late January at this point. And I just saw today the Qs are officially in a 10% correction. Or real close to it. It says 9.4 on my screen right now, but I think the actual index might be a little bit different. But either way, that's pretty ugly, right? We didn't think this would happen in the last, I don't know, anything since COVID started, right? We more than doubled from the COVID low. What was our low to our high real quick? Let's just take a look here. 109%. 109% in the span of 2 years. That's a pretty good return on your money right there. But keep in mind, those losses will work faster against you than the wins will work for you. And that is why risk is paramount whenever you're a trader. That's the only way you survive. Now, I'm going to go to the chat and see who we got here. We got Jonas, Disney. You're still holding your Disney. Okay. Both are FSR. Okay. All right. We'll take a look at that. Andrew is one of my 10-minute stock traders. I am glad that he made it today. Oh, the Zinger Nation says get better. I'll be fine. Don't worry. I hope. Yogi Bull, I appreciate it. I'll make it. No stress. Sophie was your beauty this week. TSM on Friday was my beast. Okay. Beauty and the Beast. I like it. Andrew says, could not put two thoughts together with COVID. Good for you, Chris, to soldier on. I'm going to do my best. Lumo says, Arnaz and Hood are taking your dinner, not just your lunch, but also your dinner. Isaac, boom, boom, boom. One of my 10-minute stock traders, he made it today. Beast mode on backtesting. Yeah, bro. And Victor, another one of my 10-minute stock traders. Dude, you guys are coming through clutch today. Small wins, HCH, DF, and losses in Amazon. Amazon, I mentioned this earlier when I was trading today. Amazon, like the charts for Amazon would wreck your mama's house. Look at this. The charts for Amazon, I was not expecting to see this. Amazon is well below its 200-day moving average. Well below. Let's see. It's down 17% from its high. Amazon's in its own bear market. Dude. Kevin said that solid win on Tesla puts today. Very cool. We can take a look at that. Hearst Scrambler says trying to listen, but oh no. I'm sorry. If you're anything like us, you know where the right place to be, and it's right here. Don't listen to Biden. Don't listen to him. We don't need any more Bidenflation. Tiny Pie Media, what's up, dude? Yogi Bull, small win, and DWAC. Tesla swing red. Okay, no worries. It happens. Look at pins. Thanks, Doc. Thanks, Doc. Thanks, Doc. Okay. Benzinga, no bueno, and BKKT today from the Mitch and DWAC. Oh, another DWAC. Yogi Bull says, hey, Mitch, what's up? All right, guys. So here is what we do inside the 10-minute trading room. We have a very, very systematized process for how we trade in 10 minutes a day. And I'm going to go through a little bit of with you right now. So we start with the market, top-down approach. If the market's not working, there's no reason to be fighting that trend. The market rules all, as you know. And if the market is going down, don't think you're smarter than the market. Just trade with what it's doing. All right. It's going to tell you which direction it's going. And the way that I use my criteria are the moving averages, and then the breadth, and then some artificial intelligence data. We'll talk about that here in a second. So the first thing we look at are the moving averages. The 10-day under the 20-day. In this case, this is written to be bullish, so think opposite. The 10-day under the 20-day, and price under the 50-day. So let's go to the SPY. The 10-day on my charts is this blue line. The 20-day is this black line, and the 50-day is this red line. Yeah, all of that, 100% of that rings true. This is a bearish market condition right now, for sure. Now, MMFI, this is your market breadth. How many participants are there playing in the sandbox, okay? Right now, this says that in the entire market, only, there's so many ads on this page, geez, only 1/3, 1 in 3 stocks are bullish right now, which you're a smart trader. What does that mean to you? That means 2 out of 3 stocks are bearish. Because 2 out of 3 stocks are bearish, you know this. I don't have to teach you this. You know that if the stocks are bearish, what are you going to do? You're going to trade short or go to cash. Both of those are awesome options. Now, the last thing that we look at is FinClub. Now, this is an artificial intelligence data provider that we use. And today was really interesting. Everything failed. Okay. They have target prices, target ROI, all that stuff. But everything failed today, yet we had a green day. Now, green typically means that it's a good day to go long. And earlier on in the day, we were up. And maybe that's what you guys saw too. Earlier on in the day, we were up. But then by the end of the day, we're hitting some pretty ugly lows here. But all is not lost. Every time we hit this area, we get bought up. So we'll see. I don't know if it's going to happen, but you can only trade what the market gives you. So that's what I use whenever I'm looking to find a market trend. And then for us, this would be a transition day. We're not in the market because we haven't had any setups. We're waiting for the market to tell us which way they're going to go. Now, don't let that stop you. If you have some ideas out there, let's talk about it. You guys are killing the chat, and that is awesome. And by the way, before I go too far, over on your YouTube search bar, do me a favor. Go up there real quick, type in the words 10-minute stock trader, and come subscribe. You can hang out with me and 10,000 of our friends. And we upload videos 3 times a week to help you trade faster and trade smarter. That's my shameless plug. Let's get back to business here. All right. Let's start at the top with Jonas for Disney. DIS. Ooh. Disney does look pretty rough. We're going to do a couple things here. We're going to keep it clean. And we're going to do a strategy test. So this is our back testing here. Daily. In fact, let me make this biggest so you can see everything. And then we're going to look at the last 1,000 candles. For me personally, I like 1,000 candles. That gives you about 4 years of data. It's not something from 1987, but it's something that's happening in the last few years. And then in this case, we could go long only, but we could also backtest short. So we're going to say, let me make this bigger here so you can see all of it. Add a parameter, condition, price, close, greater than indicator, exponential moving average 10. So what that means to you is every time, I'll make this a little smaller. Every time the stock goes above the blue line, you would enter. And then the opposite is true. Every time the stock closes below the blue line, you'd exit. So we're going to add an exit condition of price close less than, we scroll up to it, indicator 10. 10-day exponential moving average. Okay, very, very, very simple backtest here. The goal here is to do one thing and one thing only, and that is confirm that a strategy works. Because as we go through here, I will make one guarantee for you. Some of these will work. Some of these won't. But a smart trader tests everything before they put their money at risk. So let's run. And we will see. Did I do this correct? Price greater than the 10. Price less than the 10. Holy moly. This is a huge shock for me. So this says, if you follow this strategy, this is a simple strategy of trend following, you would have a negative 17% return. While the stock was up 37% over the course of these 1,000 candles, following this strategy, you'd lost 17% of your money. Very interesting. Now, Jonas, don't you feel a little bit better knowing that, hey, you know what? Even this strategy, taught by a trader here, right here on Benzinga, even though it doesn't work, that's okay. But what you do need to keep in mind is that the exit condition has happened. So if you're holding this, you're going to be fighting that strategy. Now, granted, you can change these variables to whatever, 50-day, 20-day, 6-day, it's up to you. But this does show you historically, backtestedly, what's going on out there. So thank you for that, Jonas. All right, Dion. Let's go look at FSR. 68%. Very cool. And this outperforms the stock on its own. But keep in mind, the exit signal happened back here this day, January 7th. And since that point, it's going down. That's how we as 10-minute stock traders, we keep this data on the top of our minds, right? If the strategy is working, we're going to run that as far as we can. If the strategy is not working, we hang out. We wait. We let the market tell us where it's going to go. And right now, it's not looking good. So thank you for that, Dion. I appreciate you. Andrew, let's take a look at this, man. YTRA. Yatra Online Inc. Okay, so here's something interesting. A giant volume bar. That's a good confirmation there. This has a positive 19% return, while the stock is down 74%. Keep that in mind, folks. This strategy is basically 100 percentage points better than just buying the stock outright. Andrew, very, very good setup here. I like that. And then LCID, Lucid, LCID. Wow, look at this one. I've done this one in the past, obviously. I've had some notes on here. 502%, whereas the stock, 285%. That right there, showing that this one... Okay, are you ready for my YouTube fake guru pitch? Are you ready? Follow this one simple indicator and you can have a 500% return. Do you like that? That's my YouTube pitch for the day. Okay. But in all reality, this is a very simple in and out strategy, yielded a 500% return. Even though the stock was super strong, more than double. Yeah, dude. Nice one. But losing on the puts. Okay. Yeah, right now it's in a sideways trend. Sideways trends are hard, right? Because you're like, oh, I want to do something, but once it figures out which way it's going to go, it'll be a lot easier to make money. That's how I look at it. Yogi says that no problem. Brian says, Sophie. Hey, if you're liking this, or if there's a stock that we've covered that you like, smash that like button. Go nuts on it. Smash it until you can't smash it anymore. I appreciate you. All right. Brian says, Sophie was your beauty this week and TSM was your beast. Okay. All right. So Sophie has a 19% backtested return over the last 1,000 candles. Nothing too shabby about that. As of today, that is now a valid signal. So if we look at this tomorrow, it'll show the projection right here out on the screen. But let's do a little math, if you don't mind. So this says, ooh, All right, let's not get too excited. Okay, hang on. There's like a year worth of data. That's what I need to know. Because I was going to say after 10 candles, this is saying the average return is like 20 something percent, 23%. I'm not going to say that would happen because there's really not a lot of data points, but that could be somewhere in around the 16 range, 1660 range. But here's another thing too. When you follow a strategy like this, your win rate can be low. All right. There were 26 positions in this analysis here. Only 7 of them were winners. So 27% win rate. But because you kept your losers really small and you let your winners run out of control, your winners run out of control, not your losers, your winners, you have a positive return on a 27% win rate. When I tell this to people, they don't get it, they don't understand it, and their minds get blown. But yeah, you can win 1 out of 4 times and still be profitable. All right, now let's look at TSM. All right, so TSM. Oh, look at that. It's valid right now. This is a valid back test. That's why you see this blue cloud out here on the chart. Now, this is closing below the 10 today, so this will be gone tomorrow. But look at that. Even for a hot minute, it was outperforming its back test. But if you got in on this entry signal here, you still would be up. Don't discount yourself. You'd still be up $5 on the trade. $5 isn't shabby. You do that on a few hundred shares, you're doing all right. So yeah, the only thing here is obviously there was a monster reversal candle here. I don't know what happened. Let's take a look here. What's cool about TrendSpider and Benzinga? They work together to get these news sources here. Yeah, nothing sticking out at me. But keep in mind, anything can happen with the stock. No matter what, you've got to control your risk. There's Andrew. Dude, no problem, man. We got this. And then we say RNAZ. Hey, like I said, if you are enjoying this, smash like. All right, so this one has not been around for very long, but it's pretty ugly. So Lumos, let's talk about this one. So we have how many days of data here? 133 days this has been trading, so not all that much. During those 133 days, if you follow this strategy, it would be down 13%, but the stock is down 60%. 60% since issue. That is not awesome. That's why we backtest, man. That is why we check before we enter every trade. Is this historically something that works? Never know till you test it. Same with Robinhood. I think I mentioned this last time. With a new issue, with an IPO, something like that, keep in mind, right? It's going to trend at some point. We don't know when, and we don't know which way. If you wanted to go short on this, you give it 6 months, let it think about it, and then there was a great shorting opportunity. But yeah, the back test on this one shows a negative 17% following that line. Isn't that interesting, though? Think about it for a second, right? We talked a minute ago about one where same strategy had a 500% return. This same strategy right here, negative 17% return. So what does that tell me as a trader? That tells me 2 things. I need to respect my risk because I don't want to lose 17%. I would love to make those 500% winners. But you also never know until you do your test, which is why I'm excited Benzinga lets me do this for you. Beast mode, Isaac. Isaac's from Alaska. Can you believe that? Absolutely crazy. All right, Victor, he joins us all the way from Peru. Let's see, HCHDF. Ooh, Victor, yikes. Negative, I'll make this bigger real quick. Negative 66% on this stock. That's a hard one. Negative 66% following the strategy. And the stock itself is down 50% in the last 1,000 candles. That's not one of my favorites, I'll tell you that. Let's go to Amazon real quick. That was another one of his. Yeah, God. You would think, here's where I want to make sure you get this point. You would think Amazon always wins. You would think Apple always wins. Facebook always wins. Who else? FANG stocks, right? Microsoft always wins. Apple, Amazon, Netflix. You would think all those. You would think you buy these. These are the safety trades, right? But then you look at this chart. Mer. Oh, how awful is that? And the backtest even shows this, a negative 6.99%. The stock's up 118%, but we can't control what the stock does. We can only control if you have a strategy, which I recommend you get one like right away. We can only control our entry and exit points following a strategy. Look like a robot there. Entry and exit points. Kevin says he had a solid win on Tesla puts. Let's take a look at Tesla. Waiting on Elon to get those 4680 batteries ready so I can buy myself a Model Y. I don't know when that's going to happen. All right, Tesla. Here's a great example. 1,398% return for the stock. And this strategy, 562%. Yeah, puts was the right move on this. Make that different here. Because it crossed below on this date here. It was the 14th. The close on that day was 1047. Now it's at 995. Yeah, there's some stocks like you would never imagine Tesla being the stock that you're murdering the puts on, but here we are. Welcome to 2022. Good work, Kevin. Oh, that's right. Let me go down to some of these stocks here. By the way, like I say, if you're liking this, smash like. Let me know. DWAC. Oh, geez. Negative 59%. Now, granted, this one is like super new. No, 2018. No, I don't know what's going on with this. Hang on. Unless I'm mistaken, this has only been trading for 78 days. Double check me on that, Yogi Bull, because I'm not entirely sure what's going on with these numbers here. But yeah, the back test is ugly, negative 59%. And then we already talked about Tesla. Very cool. KHH, I got you. Pins, PINS. All right, so this is Pinterest, right? Yeah. So this one, like everything else lately, has been getting monkey hammered, but has a 30 basis point cumulative return. I mean, it's better than zero. It's better than negative. It's not much. 30 basis point return. As you can see here, right? A lot of times you're going to get shaken out. Okay, entry, exit, entry, exit, entry, exit. But you got to keep those risks small every time, no matter what period. That's the only way. Only way to be successful as a trader is to keep your risk small. Profits should take care of themselves if you're managing your risk. Keep your risk small, let your profits run out of control. I love that saying there. Mr. Mitch, BKKT. I don't even know what BKKT is. Backed holdings. Okay. All right. Is this a SPAC, dude? What? You tell me. What happened here? It's got that SPAC-y look to it. Up 300% in the span of 4 days, and then it's all gone. Yeah, this one, the back test is pretty great on it. 114%.
Gotta be quicker than that, dude. You gotta be quicker.
Dude, what happened? Who is this? What happened here? You tell me the story.
Yeah,
You're the story investor.
This is just a pump type of stock. Yeah, this is the SPAC. It was kind of mentioned like metaverse type of play there. Software name bounced today, but as you can see, didn't hold at all there. Tried to get above 6. Was looking to see if we could get it back, but nope.
Respect your risk, man. You know that. By the way, the whole metaverse idea, I don't know if Facebook knows about this, but Roblox kind of beat them to it. My kids love some Roblox, and I'm pretty sure that strapping a TV to their face isn't going to make up for their lost market share against something like Roblox. KHH says, what time frame? I trade daily. I don't intraday at all. I only trade at the end of the day as well. Here's a fun fact. If you pull up any chart and look at the volume, the majority of that is going to come in the last 30 minutes to last hour. And that's because that's when the institutions come to town, right? That's when the hedge funds, that's when the family offices, that's when all the big money, they're making their moves in the last hour, 30 minutes or so. Maybe you've heard of the 330 ramp, right? Trade that. Don't try and day trade. Don't try and intraday. Just if you are an opportunist like me, as Mitch would know, I don't claim any sort of name. I don't claim day trader. I don't claim swing trader. I claim opportunist. That's my title. And as an opportunist, the opportunities come at the end of the day. So that's what I trade. Yeah. Glad Mitch is feeling better. Okay. I am running out of time, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go through just a couple more, and then we will get you on to the next program inside of Benzinga today. VXX, dude. All right, what is this? Was the double check me on this one? Is this the inverse ETF for VIX? I don't trade these anymore. That's why I can't remember. I mean the backtest. Yeah, it's the inverse ETF, obviously. What I would say on VXX is if you are going to trade this, trade it quick, because let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. Let's take off this strategy test here real quick. Let's zoom out. If you hold this for any length of time, it goes down. It goes down. It goes down. So if you hold this at all, just hold it quick. Isaac, you, sir, drew the lucky golden ticket. Let's look at Snap. First off, Snap is looking ugly. Ugly as sin, as my mama would say. Strategy test. I believe this is, yeah, I got this baked in already. On the long side, wow, still 534% return. That's nothing too shabby. But keep in mind, now's not the time to be trading it, man. The market's beating it down. The market is being beat down. The components of the market are being beat down. Now is a great time to either be short or in cash. So I do have one last segment that I love to talk about, and that's my final thoughts. Let's go to that real quick. Life and trading is 90% what happens to you. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally got that backwards. I butchered it. 10% what happens to you, and 90% how you react to it. Case in point, I got COVID today, but you know what? That's 10%. I'm going to roll with it. I am sweating like crazy over here. And I got my green tea. I'm all ready to roll. But it's not going to stop me. And it shouldn't stop you. What I mean is, in trading and in life, we are presented with choices. What choice are you going to make given the circumstance you have? You have a choice for everything. I hope you choose wisely. I hope that you take the lessons you've learned and understand that, hey, I don't have to stress on this. What will be, but most of all, I'm going to make the best choice possible. And as a trader, sometimes, I'm trying to click the buttons here. As a trader, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's all 100% how you react to it. So guys, thank you so much for letting me come on today. I have one quick favor for you real quick, if you don't mind. If you would go to your internet search bar and type in 10minutesstocktrader.com. You're going to come to my website. It's everything you're seeing right behind me here. And I would love for you to take this free training that we have, how to easily discover proven back-tested winners over 100% before your very next trade. This is there for you. It's totally free over at 10minutesstocktrader.com. Thank you so much for Benzinga allowing me to come on once again. This is the highlight of my week. I'm so glad that I could be here with you guys and have a fantastic, amazing week ahead. And hopefully all those profits come back to you.
This is the How to Trade Stocks Options podcast, brought to you by 10minutesstocktrader.com, where we cover finance, stocks, options, entrepreneurship, education, and money. And here's